Yeah, we kept our boys upstairs because they can't handle ours.
Alrighty, guys, I guess we're gonna get started. If anyone joins us, they could join us. So we're gonna start with foam rolling. Then we're gonna go into active mobility. So not just stretching, but actual movements to help you recover and flush out all the lactic acid. So these are like your prehab and your rehab movements just to stabilize all the joints and balance out the body after a tough week of the 201 workouts. And I know they were tough because I'm doing them too, kind of modified, but doing what I can. And then we're going to end with a longer stretch session. So all in all, it's going to be about an hour. So I'm going to start my timer because we're going to be doing this timed foam rolling so I don't get carried away. So let's grab our foam roller and we are going to start on the outer edge of your leg. So your IT band, you're going to start from the knee and you're going to work your way up to the hip. We're going to spend a total of 1 minute. So you're on your side here and you're just going to try to find a tight spot.
Found it.
Once you do, you could just hang out there. If you have, is anyone using a lacrosse ball?
I am, Stacey.
Okay. Okay. So a lacrosse ball, it's the same thing, applies same thing. It's just when we get to our upper back, that's where you guys are going to have to switch on and off.
I have a TheraBand.
Okay. Yeah, you could do it with a TheraBand too. The only thing is when we start going to our back,
Yeah.
do you have a lacrosse ball?
Yep.
Okay. Then you could use the lacrosse ball there. Guys, we have about 20 more seconds. You could move that bottom leg back and forth. Just loosen it up. You're not forcing anything, but as soon as you feel tightness, that's where you want to hang out. And we're going all the way up to the hip.
Stacey,
You know,
the
it
leg
feels
that's
amazing.
on top that you're not on the foam roller, is that like across or behind, or does it matter?
What?
The top leg, in front, behind, does it matter?
I put it in front just to put a little bit more pressure on my bottom leg. But from here, we're going to cross over into a figure four. So that bottom leg, the crossed over leg is the one that's on the roller or lacrosse ball. And we're just going to target our hip now. So here we're going to spend about 30 seconds. Again, trying to find some tightness.
A lot.
Starting now.
Oh.
I hear a lot of O's. I know, we have a lot of squats and running. I know everyone's going to be a little bit tight there. Another 15 seconds, guys.
The double lacrosse ball is the way to go.
Oh, the peanut?
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, guys, so still same side. Now we're going to go to our quad. So you're going to start from the top of the knee. So you're going this way. And you're going to work your way all the way up to the hip. And same thing, you could bend your leg back and forth. My tightness is usually like right mid quad. So that's where I'm going to hang out. We have about another 35 seconds to go. Amy, your camera is hilarious.
It's sitting on my computer.
As long as he doesn't turn it off.
Got cats in one computer.
And keep breathing, guys. Don't forget to breathe, especially once you find that tightness. We have another 15 seconds here. So work your way all the way to the top of the hip. All right, and then from here, we're gonna get our inner thigh. So now we're on our stomachs, foam roller or lacrosse ball are here. Corey, you're just gonna go for your inner thigh. Once again, just move your leg back and forth. All we're doing is just loosening up the muscles, getting rid of any adhesions there, knots, before we go into our active mobility. And of course, flushing out that lactic acid that you guys just accumulated in your muscles from the 12 days of quarantine workout.
Oh my God, this is the worst.
That hurt.
Robin, Corey, your camera is perfect right now.
Oh, she's so cute.
So cute.
That's Finn. Finn, come here.
Guys, we have another 20 seconds, so make your way all the way to the top
My baby cakes.
of that leg.
This is brutal.
I know. All right. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side, starting with our IT band. So that outer leg, you're going to start at the bottom of the kneecap. Same thing, we're taking about a minute here. So right away, try to find that tightness and hang out there. Try not to roll back and forth, just find that tight spot and just like maybe back and forth by an inch. Or if that's too excessive, you could just move your leg back and forth. All right, we have another 20 seconds. Make sure to make your way all the way up to that hip. Yep. All right. So same thing now, that figure 4. You're gonna cross that leg over. And we're getting that glute and hip. We're spending 30 seconds here.
Who's Pop?
I'm
Amy's.
it.
Guys, about another 10 seconds. Hang out at that same spot. All right, let's take it to our quads, so that front of the leg. Once again, you're starting from right above the kneecap, not your actual kneecap. Putting some weight on there and working your way all the way to the top. Slowly, we have a minute here, so about another 50 seconds. I know, it's super painful. I have like one of those like rollers with those grooves, and every time I turn it, it's like very painful. All right, guys, about another 30 seconds. Last 10, guys.
5, right? You're on like 10 now.
All right, and now let's move our way to our inner thigh. So same thing, starting from right where that kneecap is and working your way up. I know that I have a lot of tightness right here, so I'm just gonna hang out here. But it's really, really up to you. Wherever you're tight, that's where you're gonna be.
Oh, this is horrible.
Yeah, it is. It's a very sensitive spot too. So take your time, don't dig in, and breathe. Here we go, guys. Another 20 seconds. All right, so from here, we're gonna do one more thing with the foam roller. We're just gonna get your upper back. If you have a lacrosse ball, you're gonna do half of the time on your left side, half of the time on your right side. So what we're doing, you're just rolling it out. We're gonna spend 1 minute total. So Robin, Corey, I'll let you know when to switch. So we're just starting at the top. You can like hug yourselves just to get a little bit more muscle exposed. Oh, my hair. And then you're working your way all the way to the bottom. Okay, so starting now, guys. And if you lift up your hips, you're gonna put a little bit more pressure on there if you need to get a little bit deeper. So if you're with the roller, just start with the traps. You can move your arms up and down. or side to side, whatever feels best, and then slowly work your way to your mid back. Robin, Corey, we're halfway through that minute, so you could switch sides with that ball.
Oh. I feel that is
We have
flexible.
another 15 seconds, guys. All right, guys, let's put our rollers away. And we're gonna get into our active mobility. So this is not long stretching. This is you're being active in this mobility. So first thing that we're gonna do, it's a 90-90 switch. So you're here, you're gonna come to this position, arms out, and you're gonna hinge over. Then you're gonna switch. And you're gonna hinge over to that side. All right, so we have about 90 seconds here, starting now. If you need to hold on to something when you switch, you're more than welcome to do that. So here, switch.
No, I'm not good at
I like how easy Stacey makes that look.
I know.
Well, listen, guys, this is my
Whereas I
mobility
need to, like-
routine. This is what I do every Thursday and Sunday.
Whereas I'm like,
that graceful at all.
I need to actually pick my leg off the ground.
That's okay. We have about another 45 seconds here. As you're leaning down, it's almost like a pigeon stretch.
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna tear my hamstring again.
One side I can, the other side.
Alyssa, don't push it. Only go to where you're comfortable. Don't push the stretch.
Okay.
Here we go, guys. One more per side, and then we're gonna go on to our next movement.
Oh, my left side is so much better than my right side.
All right, guys. From here, we're gonna go into a segmental camel. I think that's what it's called. So here, this is really good for your spine to decompress. So you're in this position, and you're gonna go one vertebrae at a time. So at first, we're gonna start from this position. You're gonna bring your head down and slowly roll up all the way. Tuck your tailbone under, and then slowly come back, starting from your hips and ending with your head. And we're gonna do this for 1 minute. So you want to breathe out as you come down and really try to push through the floor to open up that upper back and tuck your tailbone under, meaning squeeze your butt. And then as you come back up, that's when you want to inhale. We have about 45 seconds. And let's just go for our last one. All right. All right, guys. So from here, we're going to go from a quad to a crab. So this is what it's going to look like. This is really good for your hips and for your shoulders, especially to flush them out. So you're going to start from this position right here. Knees are off. Then you're going to come back and hips up. And then you're going to switch. So here, come back, hips up. Keep that arm straight, the one that's on the floor. And we're going to go for 1 minute starting now.
Oh boy.
So this is also stabilizing that shoulder, kind of that post-workout rehab work, just to balance out the body. And take your time here. We have another 30 seconds. Anyone else sweating from this?
Yep.
Same.
Those doors open, feel good.
All right, guys, we got another 15 seconds. All right. All right, guys, from here, we all know this stretch. We're gonna go into some scorpions. But here, really take your time with these. So lay down, arms out in a T. Leg is gonna travel, so pay attention. Leg is gonna travel up and then across. We're gonna go for 1 minute, nice and steady.
Keep switching, Stace.
Yep, keep switching, guys.
Is it open?
No.
We got about another 20 seconds to go. Let's get a few more reps in, 2 more reps. All right, guys. So from here, this is called the world's greatest stretch. So you're in this high lunge position with the back knee down, and this is what you're doing. So you're gonna bring the inside elbow down, reach up, and then you're gonna reach up with your opposite side. That's 1 rep. And then you're gonna switch. So same thing, elbow comes down at just as far as you can, don't push it. Reach up, and then switch sides. We're gonna go for 1 minute starting now. And same thing, guys, don't rush this, take your time and really take the time to open up, especially to that awkward side. One side feels really good, the other side feels really awkward, right?
Yeah.
We got about another 25 seconds to go. Let's get 1 more per side before going into our next stretch. All right, guys. So from here, this is gonna seem funny, but it's really, really good for decompressing your back and also your upper back. So this is the plow. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna lay down. You can use your arms or hands to lift up your hips, and you're gonna bring your legs back as far as you can, like straight back. I'm just filming this. So here, lift up and straight back. And we're gonna be here for 30 seconds. If you could touch your toes to the floor, great. If not, don't worry about it. You're gonna loosen up a little bit. We're gonna be here for a total of 2 minutes, but we're switching sides in about 15 seconds. Right now, you're straight back. All right, guys, from here, stay in that same position, but you're shifting your legs to just one side. And you can hold your hips with your hands. We're spending 30 seconds here, so about another 20 to go. All right, guys, let's switch to the other side now. So same thing on the other side for 30 seconds, starting now. And try to keep your head neutral. Don't look left and right like I am right now. I'm just trying to make sure you guys are doing the right thing. 15 seconds. And now we're gonna bring it back to the middle for our last 30 seconds. So you should feel a little bit looser than before. Once again, if you need to, hold your hips up with your arms. If you don't, you could just relax here. All right, slowly, one vertebrae at a time, try to bring your body back to the floor. Doesn't your back feel great after that? I love
I feel like I
that.
was choking myself.
All right, guys. So from here, we have our pancake stretch. So you're gonna get your legs out as far as you can, as wide as you can. Keep them straight. Now the goal here is to come down with a flat back, so not rounding like this, but keep your back flat and just come down as low as you can with a flat back. And we're gonna be here for 1 minute.
Not going anywhere.
Ditto.
Yeah. I've gone nowhere.
It looks like I'm not doing it at all.
It's okay. That's why we're doing mobility.
Yeah.
Pretend you're reaching for an actual pancake.
Yeah.
Is it a protein pancake?
I'm gonna say I'll go for a Kodiak pancake.
Guys, we have another 30 seconds. So by now, like your muscles should feel a little bit looser so you could get yourself even deeper into the stretch. If not, don't worry about it. Just stay right where you are. The last thing you want to do is force a stretch. You want to let your body open up naturally. All right, so now we're gonna get to our hip flexors. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come up into this lunge and you're gonna shift your hips forward, just like this. And you wanna tuck your tailbone under, so you're not here, but tuck it under so you feel it all in the front side of your body. You guys feel that?
Yeah.
All right, we have another 20 seconds here. You want to be feeling this like right in the front of your hip and a little bit in your quad. I also feel it in my lower stomach because my hips are always really tight. All right, guys, this part, it's optional. If it's too hard for you, just stay in this position. But what you're going to do, you're going to lift up that back leg. And we're going to be here for 30 seconds. Once again, if this is too tough, just stay exactly where you were before. So with this advanced stretch, you should be feeling it a little bit more in your quad now and your hip. We have 10 seconds, guys. All right, those of you with that leg up, bring it down. And what we're doing, we're going into our split. So bring your hands down and you're just gonna come out as far as you can in your split.
I want to see Ken's face.
Me too.
If
So where are you?
Remember, guys, you're not forcing anything. You're just coming down as low as you can.
which ironically is not very low for me.
It's okay, that's why we're mobilizing. We have another 10 seconds.
I'm not going very far either.
You're still on stage, isn't it?
All right, guys, slowly come out of there. And now we're gonna go to our other side. So same thing, step out, and we're starting with that hip flexor stretch. You're gonna feel it all through here for 30 seconds. Here we go. Also, if you ever have a tough time balancing here, you could grab a foam roller and hold on to the foam roller like this. But if you have your balance, then don't worry about the foam roller. Here we go, guys, another 10 seconds. So here, once again, you could pick up that back leg. If you can't, just stay in that same position. So we're just diving a little bit deeper into that quad. And remember to breathe, especially in these challenging positions. You want to have control by breathing with your breaths.
My breath.
Let's bring that back leg down, and now we're gonna go into that split as much as you can. If it's here, it's here. If it's more, it's more. My left side is not as flexible as my right side, so I'm gonna be right here. 30 seconds.
Ironically, my left and right side both not flexible. So I got that.
At least you're balanced.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
there it is. Silver linings.
Another 10 seconds,
Silver
guys.
linings, Ken.
Exactly. More quarantine silver linings. I'm balanced.
All right, guys, you're gonna slowly come out of there. So now we have like a really awkward stretch. This is actually really good for your hip flexors, and it's gonna show you if you're lacking the strength in your hips. But this is something really good to balance out your body after a lot of squatting, pistols, everything. So what you're doing, you're in this position, you're gonna come down in your frog, and then watch me. You're gonna lean forward, and you're gonna bring up one leg at a time, just like this. Yep, and we're gonna do this for another 45 seconds. So you guys feel that on the outside of your hip?
I kind of feel it more in the inside, like groin area.
Oh, from the stretch, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna feel the stretch on the inside. As you're lifting those legs up one at a time, you're gonna feel it like right here.
Okay.
If you're not able to lift up your legs, it's okay. What you could do, you could shift forward a little bit, and this way you're able to lift them up a little bit higher. If that's too easy, you shift yourself back, and it kind of limits that range of motion, makes it a little bit tougher. We have another 15 seconds here, guys.
You have one of the you, I have one of the you.
All right. All right, guys. So from here, we're gonna start going into our longer stretches, our longer holds, kind of what you're used to with mobility. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go into a child's pose. So arms out as far as you can. And we're gonna hold this for 1 minute starting now. Now we can relax. We're done with all of the rehab work. And now it's just long, enjoyable stretches. But your body should feel really good right now from just actively recovering. And by the way, this is what I mean by active recovery.
Oh.
Oh God, I've been doing it
We're
wrong.
not doing Fran at like 50%. I hear cartoons.
I just said the same thing.
It's not me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Ken, you don't have to lie to
Guys,
us.
from here, stay in the same position, but you have the option of bringing your hands to your upper back. So you get a little bit of a tricep stretch. And we're going to be here for about 30, 45 seconds. So you're really diving in a little bit deeper into your lats and tricep. You're going to feel your back opening up. Let's do a big inhale in and out. Now bring your arms down. And we're gonna go right into thread the needle. So this arm is gonna come through and try to put that shoulder blade as much as you can on the floor. And put some pressure on it with your upper body so you really feel that shoulder being stretched out. We're gonna be here for 1 minute, and then same thing on the other side. Is someone playing the piano?
Is that there's classical music playing?
Yeah, that's me.
I'm so happy somebody said that. I thought I was going crazy.
Well,
No, I think we all hear it. Guys, we have another 20 seconds here. Remember, you could take really big breaths in, and with every exhale, you're gonna get a little bit looser and looser and deeper into the stretch. All right, guys, so now let's switch sides. So same thing on the other side. You're gonna thread the needle, get that shoulder all the way to the floor, and put some pressure on it with your upper body. Nothing painful, but just enough pressure. We have another 15 seconds, so room for a few more deep breaths. All right, guys, let's slowly come out of this. So now we're still on our upper body. What you're gonna do, so you have a few options. You could cross over and just hold like this, or if you have that mobility, you can cross over and clasp your arms like this. We're gonna be here for 45 seconds per side. So once again, you don't wanna be, yeah, that's it, Paul. I saw you trying to clap your hands. Try to really pull your arms in towards you. You're gonna feel it in your shoulder. So much deeper than that thread the needle. We have another 15 seconds. All right, guys, slowly let go, and we're gonna switch sides. So same thing. You could clasp your hands if you have that mobility. If not, you're just pulling one arm across your body, just like Ken.
I can't grasp my whole hand.
One last inhale in and out. All right, and this is where you guys might need that towel. So we're still in that same position. So watch me, I'm gonna go without the towel. This is what you're trying to do. Like clasp your hands like this. If you can't, you're gonna grab that towel and you're gonna hold on like this. All right? Can you have a beach towel?
Yeah.
All right, and we're gonna hold this for 45 seconds.
It's actually an entire blanket.
Listen, whatever works.
Exactly. It was what was available.
And you might notice one side you're able to clasp, and then the other side might be tighter. And that's definitely my case because I don't have that internal rotation of the shoulder on my right side. That's where I got my surgery. So I physically can't do it yet. So I keep doing this stretch every single day to help me out. We have another 10 seconds, guys. All right, let's slowly come out of there. And now you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Let me see if I could do it without the towel. Success. I finally did it without a towel. Another 30 seconds. Try to stay calm here. One seconds. All right, let's come out of there. Now we're gonna get to our quads. So since we're in this position already, what you're gonna do, you're gonna extend one leg out. You're gonna sit your butt on the floor. And we're gonna come back as much as you can. So if it's here, it's here. If you can lay down all the way, you're gonna lay down all the way. Whatever is comfortable. And we're gonna be here for 1 minute starting now. If you're laying down and you feel tightness in your lower back, like it's being compressed, then get up out of it, because you don't want to be feeling that. All you want to feel is an intense quad stretch. We got another 30 seconds to go. All right, guys, slowly come up. Keep your legs in the same position. And now we're gonna hinge over to the other side. So to that extended leg as much as you can. And keep it straight. We have another 45 seconds here. All right, guys, now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So now you're just switching which leg is out, which leg is in. And you're gonna sit back. So you could stay here if that's where you feel your stretch. You could come down to your elbows, or you can come all the way down to the floor. But whatever you're doing, you don't wanna force it. You don't wanna feel like you're pushing that stretch. We have another 45 seconds, so sit tight. All right, guys, let's slowly start coming out of here. Legs are still in that same position. And now you're just hinging down, getting that hamstring. Keep that leg straight though. Only go down as low as you can. We have 1 minute here. Rich, it looks like you're really comfortable there.
Yeah, we had some lightning over here, and the dogs got scared.
Just FYI, my battery is dying. I just got a warning. So if I mysteriously disappear, that's where I went.
Got it.
That's what happened to us.
I think I'll have just enough.
Yeah, we have like about another 18 minutes or so.
Yeah, I think I should. I just hit 20%. I think I'll be okay. But
Yeah, you'll be fine. All right, guys, from here, we're gonna grab that towel. We're gonna do a cross body stretch for your IT band and lower back. So you're gonna grab that towel, place it around your foot, and come back. And what you're gonna do, just trying to draw myself on. What you're gonna do, you're gonna bring it around like so. Try to keep that leg straight. We're gonna be here for 1 minute. Another thing that you're trying to do is keep both shoulder blades on the floor so that you're not twisting completely to one side. Another 30 seconds, guys. And don't forget about that breathing. All right, guys, slowly let go of that towel. Bring that leg back to center. And we're gonna switch sides now. So same thing on the other side. Wrap that towel around your foot. Extend that leg up and over as much as you can. And remember, you're trying to keep both shoulder blades on the floor and both of your legs as straight as you can. So we got another 45 seconds here.
How do you feel today?
yeah, buddy.
I'm coming down.
Okay.
And what are you doing?
I'm stretching.
All right, guys, let's let go of that towel. And we're gonna bring it back to center. All right, and now we're gonna get into our hips. We're gonna start with this high lunge right here. And we're gonna hold it for 2 minutes. So that back, the back knee is on the floor. And you could either stay up here in this high lunge position, or if you have that mobility, you're gonna drop down to your elbows. Into the stretch. Once again, we're here for 2 minutes. Bye, Alyssa.
Hi, guys.
Bye, Les.
We have another minute to go here. Amy, your living room looks so refreshing.
Oh, thanks.
I love it.
Thank you.
I know, guys, this is a long hold. 2 minutes is a long time. We're almost done. We got another 20 seconds. So from here, guys, if you watch me, all you're doing, you're gonna shift back like this. So this is like a half frog. Yep, and we're gonna be here for 1 minute. All right, guys, from here, we're gonna shift back forward, and now we're gonna go into same side pigeon. So you're gonna slide that leg under, right into your pigeon. 2 minute hold for the pigeon. You guys feeling mobile yet?
More mobile.
We have 1 more minute here, guys, and then we're gonna switch to our other side. All right, guys, you could start slowly coming out of that. And we're gonna switch sides. So we're starting with that high lunge, high lizard. Back leg is down on the floor. You're angling that knee out. You could stay in this position, or you could drop down to your elbows if you have that mobility. We're gonna be here for 2 minutes. So sit tight. We have about another 10 minutes to go, guys. You're doing awesome. Anyone else feel their other hip, like all the blood rushing back in?
Yeah.
I do. It's good. That's fresh blood coming through to all those tendons and muscles, helping you recover and repair. We have another minute to go. All right, guys. So once again, we're gonna go into that half frog. So if you watch me, all I'm doing is just shifting back to here while keeping this knee out here. It's almost like a half squat. Another 30 seconds here. All right, guys, let's start shifting back forward into our pigeon on that same side. And we're going to be here for 2 minutes. Anyone have fun plans today? Seriously. My plans are answering emails all day long.
We'll be meal prepping.
Yeah.
That's fun.
We're gonna meal prep laundry, and then we're gonna order Thai food.
Ooh, yummy.
Where do you guys go for Thai?
Was it House of Thai? Yeah, in Kinnelon.
Yeah, they're good.
Yum.
They have good sticky rice.
Their
Yeah.
black sticky rice is there. It's the best.
I got this weird puppy yoga going on right now.
I know, me too. It's at the desk, so no one can see me though.
Henry is like underneath my pigeon post.
Aww.
His head on my foot.
All right, guys, let's slowly come out of this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna actually come up slowly. Hey, let me shift my camera. There. All right, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna hinge down. We're gonna hold this for 1 minute. What I want you to do is clasp your hands behind you, and you're gonna slowly come down and get those hands up. If you can't do that, all you're gonna do, you're gonna drop your hands to your feet and hang out there. We're gonna be here for about 1 minute. Make sure to drop your head and kind of let your neck do its thing. Just be nice and loose. Another 20 seconds, guys.
Please don't touch it. Okay, let me be. I was walking in and I noticed something shiny on the ceiling. I wanted to see what it was, and I messed up my hair off a stupid piece of tinfoil. Kill me.
All right, let those arms come back. And you're gonna come back forward, and we're gonna finish off with just a nice either cobra or a sphinx. So just the difference between the two, cobra, you're gonna be a little bit higher up. If that bothers your back, it kind of bothers my back sometimes. So I'm gonna go into a sphinx. We're just stretching out our abs and compressing our spines a little bit. We're gonna be here for a minute and then we're done. You can also drop your neck, just loosen that up a little bit.
Rude.
I will be honest, the dating has not been going well. Look, men are visual creatures.
All right, guys, how are you feeling?
Good. Really good.
I feel awesome.
Ugh,
So we're all done.
thank you.
Much better.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks, Stace.
Thank you.
I miss you guys.
Yeah.